Alright, so hello and welcome to War Sails. Oh yes. Now this is a ship that we have in front of us here, and this is the main, the main meat of the DLC in my opinion. I absolutely love the naval combat. The naval combat is just absolutely perfect. And indeed, obviously, this is probably my favorite ship, just purely because it's the biggest. You know, just purely because it's the biggest. Obviously, that's the reason. And indeed, we're going to be doing a little bit of conquering today. Yeah. So this is a sandbox save that I progressed a little bit on. And I have a couple of ships, but this one is not really something that I'm looking to use here. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to sell this. I'm just going to sell that right away. And I have upgraded my other ships, as you can see right here. We even have this very, very cool thing that I've never used before, which is going to be very, very fun, in my opinion, or at least, hopefully. And this is the heavy iron ballista. Yes, a heavy iron ballista, which throws a heavy iron shot and does excellent damage against ships, enemy ships, at the very least. And this is going to be... this is going to be so nice. This is going to be so nice. I have used the Firepot Ballista in the past, and this is really, really good at dealing damage to enemy ships, or shall we say enemy crews. And the Iron Shot is much better at dealing damage to ships themselves, making sure that you can sink them very, very nicely. So, yeah, we have two ships right now. I don't think I kind of can field another one, so maybe it would be an idea for us to buy another one. But anyway, this is where I currently am. We are at Valvik here, and we are going to attempt to try and wage war against some people on the ocean waves. We're going to try to conquer some things. I'm actually thinking maybe we should fight against the Nords themselves. I'm not sure if we should do that. Maybe we should. What do you think? I think that might seem like a pretty fun idea. Maybe that's a fun idea. But otherwise, let's just keep an eye open, shall we? Let's just keep an eye open for things and see what happens. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A Corvus ship. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll look out for it. I actually don't even know. I don't even know all of the ships yet. I mean, there's literally, what, 18 different ships or something like that? And I'm very much looking for those. Obviously, right now we're just going to have a bunch of long ships. We do have Drakkar here. The Drakkar ship is one of my favorites as well. Very, very fun to use. And definitely one of the fun heavy ships, because you get that pretty early on if you can. Well, I guess it depends on if you can find some Sea Raiders and be lucky enough to actually get them to give it up without you destroying it or something like that. But yes, anyway, we're just going to recruit a couple of people here. I'm not sure if I even have enough space to be able to do that, but yeah, this is my town. I have put a little bit of money in there. This is obviously the new and improved, shall we say, managed town menu, because they've done a whole rework on all this stuff. All the projects have a completely new bonus to them, which I have to admit I actually really, really like. It makes everything so much simpler for you, because it just bundles everything together really, really nicely. Like, for example, look at this. The courthouse, which for some reason I don't have. I don't know why I don't have the courthouse. I need this. I'm going to get sued. I'm going to get sued every single day of the week, so I am going to need this. I will need this like, like sliced bread, I guess. But yeah, anyway, plus, what is it, 0.3 bonus to settlement loyalty. You know me. If you've seen me before, and you've seen some of my content before, you'll know I absolutely love loyalty in towns. Loyalty is literally one of the... it's so good to have, because it just generally increases the amount of people you can recruit. It increases everything about them. Tier... numerous, and the number that you can recruit, it's just so good. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get into it, shall we? Less talking, more raiding. Yes, less talking, more raiding. Okay, so let's set sail and actually see what we can do here, because this is where we currently are, obviously. And now this is the map, obviously, as you may... I mean, you know the map. But yeah, if you don't know the map, This is huge, and I really love the rework as well. The rework for the rivers and adding additional things. Yeah, I mean, come on now. Adding additional ways for you to walk around and sail through these rivers here. I absolutely love that. It's very fun. So what we're going to do, I think we're actually going to attack the Nords. Shall we just attack the Nords? You know what? That actually, you know, that makes it a lot easier for me. That makes it a lot easier. So we're going to attack the Nords right now. I am actually, this is my character, by the way, if you haven't seen my character yet. They've also, the developers have actually also added this a new way to level up bosun skill, which I actually really love. Repairing ships now does it. It doesn't say that there on how to learn, but repairing ships actually increases the skill, or at the very least allows you to do that. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to take minus 30% to ship repair cost. That is going to be exceptionally good for us. I know I said in a I said actually in a previous, well, I said in a video that this is much better, or I think this would be much better, but I feel like the ship upgrades, while they are expensive, they don't happen as often as the repairs. So yeah, I think that's going to be good. I think that's going to be quite nice. Shipmaster is a little bit different as well. This apparently levels up doubly as fast, so I'm very much looking forward to leveling that up and seeing what we can do. But yeah, this is my character, so obviously you could see we've got mariner skill, we've got engineering. This is my guy right here. I'm literally making an engineer. You never see me make an engineer, but yeah, I decided, you know what, let's do some engineering with this fellow. He's got a very, very nice two-handed axe as well, a new two-handed axe that I've never used before. This is one of the new weapons that was added in the DLC, as far as I'm aware. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. Okay, so here we go. Shall we try to... oh no. Should I try to fight this guy? Okay, I'm going to try to fight this guy. His composition is looking kind of dangerous, actually. Oh, wait, I did level up a whole bunch. Okay, here we go. Let's get some more Nord warriors. Yes, and I actually leveled up. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm level 2. Oh, can you imagine? Yeah, don't ask. Okay, don't ask. Everything's fine. Nothing shady happened here. Oh dear. Okay. Let's go for leadership. Let's go for some leadership skill. And, ooh, wait a minute. We should probably fight the 113 first, in my opinion. That's probably going to be the way to go here. I think that is going to be... Ooh, he went inside the castle. Oh, okay, come on now. He's going to have to come out in a second. I'm not even at war against this guy, and he's already being careful. Isn't that amazing? Okay, wait a minute. He's going to come out in just a moment. Isn't he? Or is he having a feast? Is he King Harlaus? Is he King Harlaus? I mean, there are so many vassals here. Actually, we got to be careful. This might be kind of dangerous for us. Is he really just gonna stay in there? I'm gonna go and speak to him. I'm gonna go and speak to him, and I'm gonna say hello. Peace to you, stranger. Okay. See, now he's trying to. Now he's gonna try and get on our good graces. I'm just gonna wait here until he leaves. There we go. Okay, he finally left. Oh. Can you imagine? He knows. He knows what I'm planning on doing. Yes. I'm gonna wear his... That's a nice head you have on your shoulders. Yes. Something like that. Yeah. You will upgrade a lot when you lose ships in a massive battle. Then the ships that sink are lost. Both are good. If you're a master of naval battles, the second perk that you take is better. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that tidbit of insight right there. And generally, yeah, I would probably say, yeah, repairing is definitely, I feel like, to me personally, I feel like you're going to use it a lot more, because upgrading, you upgrade once, and then that's basically done. You know what I mean? I think that's probably what's going on there. Okay, so we are going to be attacking this guy straight up. As you can see, we've got 149 against 108. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm a little bit unsure whether I can even defeat these guys with my current army. I basically just about managed to, well, fight some sea raiders. Yes, let's not talk about it, okay? Let's not talk about those sea raiders, and let's actually get going in here. All right, so here we go. I have a bunch of companions that are not particularly good at pretty much anything. I mean, some of them are actually really, really good at certain things, like, for example, Mr. Xenon here. He's not actually good at anything combat-oriented, but he's really good as, I think he's a scout. I think he's our scouting guy. We have Kuruntai here, who will be our... I guess. Why is he mounted? I shouldn't have made him mounted, to be honest, should I? Okay, you know what? I'm going to be the person that leads the infantry. Yes. I am a classic berserker character archetype, by the way, as well. So basically, I have a two-handed and I have throwing weapons. And you know me, I love throwing weapons. So we're going to be attempting to impale some people, and they will like it. They will like it. They will thank us for the you know, for the joy of being impaled. Yes, yes, they will thank us for that. So otherwise, what we're going to do is we're now going to make our way up here. Let's actually see. Wait a minute. What does he have? Okay, 70 infantry. Okay, 70 infantry. That shouldn't be too bad. I actually really like this little scene that we've got going on here. Look at the moon in the sky right there. Very cool to see that, actually. I don't usually see that kind of stuff because I'm usually on the ground eating dirt because I'm dead. Yes, that's usually how it works. But this time around, hopefully that won't be the case. We're just going to move our forces into position here, and we are going to just move them all as a big globule at the moment. I don't really have... I mean, I do have a couple of archers, actually. All right. Maybe we can make good use of them, but we don't really have any cavalry. The only person that is actually on a horse is me and one other, and that's a companion, and we don't really want her to die, if at all possible. I think she's our she's our medic. We should be a little bit careful here as well, by the way, because I don't have a shield. All my other Nord characters have a shield, and this time around I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I'd like to die more often. That sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Okay, so let's just do this. We'll go for this. We'll go for a nice little shield wall. We'll put our archers into a loose formation, and I will try to get a couple of kills here. I don't yet have the adequate Mariner skill to gain axe cleave attacks doing more damage. And I'm very much wanting to get that. So hopefully after this, we'll probably maybe be able to assault a couple of people on the ocean waves. We might be able to then get our Mariner skill leveled up dramatically, and hopefully we'll have a good old time there. Now, I could technically tell our people to charge in here. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to really do that right now. I think we're just going to leave them in shield wall for the moment, and we are just going to, yes, we're just going to sneak up very slowly. Just going to sneak up very slowly here. These archers have no idea who they're dealing with. They're dealing with a fellow that dies very easily. So yes, let's be a little bit careful here. Let's go aggression. Let's go aggression right here. Let's tell our forces to charge in right here, and we will probably sweep them pretty easily. Or well, we should sweep them pretty easily, even though I don't really have that many high tier troops at the moment. But we are definitely going to try our best with that. Wow, this axe is amazing. As I say, I've never used it before. This is the first time I've used this, so I am definitely going to be getting more of this in my other playthroughs. I'm definitely going to be getting my hands on this thing. And hopefully we're not going to get shot in the face. And indeed, I am actually speaking very quick. Am I speaking quickly? I guess I am. It's because, you know why? You know why? It's because I am going to die if I stop speaking. No. That's usually how I roll. That's usually how I roll, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, 16 renowned for us right there. Not too bad. We didn't get any influence because I actually don't have a kingdom yet. I was actually waiting for you to join me to be able to do that. So, yeah. Now, what do we want to do here? Well, here's the thing. There are a variety of different options that you have here. Generally, if you want to execute people, they actually give you that option really just like right in your face. And for me personally, I think that's a really nice change, because it used to be that you would just take them prisoner, and then you would basically just be like, okay, yeah, I have to go to my party screen, select them, then click on the execution button, and it was a little bit hidden away. So maybe if you weren't aware of it, you might miss it completely, you know what I mean? So I think in general, this is much better, because what we can now do is we can say, off with his head. That is an outrage. You can't treat your prisoners this way. All the other lords will hate your guts for it. Yeah, and he's warning you. He is literally warning you about what is going to happen if you separate his head from his shoulders. And for me personally, I don't know if do I care? Do I care about that? The thing is, if we make war, which we have already, by the way, but if we make war against the Nords, which we have, they're gonna just crush us quite dramatically with very, very large armies. But that could give us the opportunity for a wonderful, wonderful siege defense. So maybe that would be a nice idea. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? And here it is. Yes, look at that. My axe is ready. My axe is ready. I have very good shoes as well. Very, very good shoes. They keep me warm. Yes, they keep me warm in the Nordic winters. And yes, otherwise, let's take all the prisoners. We're going to be attempting to try and convert as many people as possible as well. I do have the wonderful perk that you know I love. Stout Defender. Yes, Stout Defender. I have that. I'll show you that in a second because maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know what Stout Defender does. So we're just going to do this. I just take all the loot. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's just take a quick look here because we do have another castle, which would be very, very nice to take with our newly, shall we say here, newly acquired engineering skill. That would be quite nice, I think. But yes, we did level up a little bit. Just ignore that, as I say. We'll go for Nomadic Traditions, even though for me personally, Nomadic Traditions is, it's very good. Don't get me wrong, it's very good. Especially for an army like ours that is primarily infantry. We basically don't have any cavalry at all. So having Nomadic Traditions is going to dramatically increase our speed. However, we don't really have a huge amount of horses, so we're not going to benefit from it that much. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see, right? I guess we'll see. Anyway, Nomadic Traditions. We'll go for tight formations in tactics as well. Tight formations. If you want to go into a shield wall formation, that's just a no-brainer, obviously. I don't really have any focus points in this, so technically I could do that, but I am actually going to increase ship master skill as much as possible because I haven't actually ever gotten any of these perks. So it would be very, very cool if we could try to experience that. And I have one attribute point. Oh yes, I should probably, oh no, I shouldn't spec into vigor. I already have maxed out two-handed, as you can see right there. I don't need to spec into vigor any further. Technically, if I wanted to get to 275, which would be the case with one-handed, then I would need the 7th point in vigor. But I think I am actually going to go, what should I go for actually? What should I go for? I'm kind of a bit perplexed right now about what I should do. I'm thinking maybe cunning, but roguery isn't really going to level up that fast, I feel. Ah, well, let's just do social, because leadership is always good, right? I think leadership is always good. So I think that sounds pretty cool. And, well, let's move on. There we go. Let's move on. Okay, so first of all, we want to just convert all these guys. Let's make our way out of here. I didn't even see, by the way. I didn't even see where this guy was going, but apparently he drew me into some area here or another. Oh, and wait a minute. Is that the guy that I just executed? Is that the guy? It feels to me like that's the guy. Is that true? Wait a minute. I don't think so somehow. Wait a minute. If I look at Borgar right now, it doesn't tell... No, it doesn't tell me. Okay, never mind. I was going to be like, oh, yeah. Who did I execute just now? Yeah, I completely... Wait. It is him. Look at that. I execute... Okay, never mind. I'm not entirely sure what he... Oh, no, he's... there, he's gone now. He's gone now. Okay, we actually gained the devious trait as well. Okay, so 1 second. Let's take a look at this. The composition here of Asgotha. We might be able to... Ooh. Okay, yeah, we could actually do something pretty cool here. If we can eliminate Asgotha, we can then literally go and besiege the castle. I think that might be an idea. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to take a look at the Nord troops in a second as well, because they've actually done an update on that. And they've been listening to the community about how the Nords, or more specifically the higher tier characters in the Nord troop tree, were a little bit on the weaker side. For me personally, I didn't really feel like they were, but I don't know. I didn't really feel like they were that bad, to be honest. I was winning battles without too many issues. However, obviously, it very much depends. If you have a critical mass of a particular kind of unit, then And then obviously it makes kind of sense. Anyway, there's an overview of the map for you. As you can see, the new rivers and everything, the new rivers all along there. I've actually mentioned this a couple of times in other videos. Other videos. This is a stream, actually. It's not a video. I know. Yeah. Anyway, point is, I would personally like to see a river coming from here, going all the way down there, but that's just me because I'm a bit lazy and I don't like going around, but, you know, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. And, yeah, we should probably take a look at the Nord troop tree just so you can actually see exactly what has transpired with the Huskarls, for example. Because the Huskarls, they were the main pain point for a lot of people, and they were talking about, you know, how they had really, really light armor. They had really light armor, they had really light shoulder armor, and so on and so forth. Now they're wearing gilded noble armor, as you can see right here, which does give them 52 body armor, which is very, very nice. In comparison, I think the old armor gave them 20-something. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on it. I don't remember. But yeah, this is obviously significantly better than what they were using beforehand. And of course, I've talked about this at length as well. I personally really, really like the fact that Huskarls are versatile. A significant amount of versatility to be found when you use a Huskarl, because they have spears, they have shields, they have one-handed, and they have throwing axes. So they can destroy shields with throwing axes, they can destroy cavalry with spears, and they can, well, defend themselves against archers with shields. So they have a counter to pretty much everything, which is absolutely fantastic. Very, very fun to see that. So yeah, that's the reason why I personally really enjoy playing as the Nords, even though they are Mariner units. They are actually Mariner units, and they are specifically designed to be better on the ocean waves. But I have found that they're very good even still on the fields of battle. I'm actually very, very sad right now. Oh no, I'm not sad apparently. I'm not sad. Okay. I was actually thinking to myself that she was going to get away and she was going to run into the castle, because she could have done that. She could have easily done that because she was much faster than I was. She was moving at 1.4. I was moving at 1.4 as well. Oh, okay. Interesting. Not sure what really happened there, but okay. I am actually just going to save real fast just in case. I don't think I've actually saved for quite some time, so I just want to make sure that everything's good. And she actually has 6 ships, so hilariously enough, if we were to go and fight her on the ocean waves, we could have the potential to capture those ships, which I would personally really, really love to do. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to do some naval combat after we've done the siege at the castle. I'd love to... Oh, I really want to get that Mariner skill to get me that extra cleave. Anyway, let's do this. Okay, so it's a little bit dark, I don't really like fighting at night because the darkness does actually impact me quite dramatically. I have very bad low light vision, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be all right. I just have to point my axe in the right direction, and I'm sure it will hit someone, right? Yes, I'm sure it will hit someone or another, potentially, possibly, maybe not. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But ooh, we're very far away. Look at this. We are super, super far away. Okay, so as you can see from the composition, the opponent has huge amounts of lower tier units as well as archers. So you can see there they have 84 archers. That's pretty crazy. That is actually pretty crazy. And yeah, that's kind of harsh. Old armor was 30. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah. Someone said it in the chat that the old armor for the Nords was 30. So yeah, that is a pretty significant increase from that. So yeah, that's very nice to know. Otherwise, let's just go speedy, and obviously this is a mod I'm using right now to speed everything up and make everything a little bit smoother for us, so we don't have to wait for all our guys to move across the battlefield. Who's this? Is this an... Oh no, that's not an opponent. I was like, wait a minute. There's someone just sitting there, and I'm gonna murder them. And no, we're not gonna murder them because they are actually our own person. Even though, funnily enough, I have done that multiple times. If I have a thrown weapon, you can best bet I have hit someone on my own side, not on purpose. Yes, I know. It happens. Let's be a little bit careful, though, because as I said, these guys can actually murder... Whoa. Okay. Whoa. I'm still surprised at how incredibly... Whoa. Okay, yeah, we're getting absolutely destroyed by the ranged attacks of the opponent here. Because the funny thing is, they have archers, but then they also have thrown weapons. their infantry has thrown weapons, so they're kind of a little bit more skirmisher-esque. So very, very impressive. Okay, let's put them into a shield wall to take advantage of tight formations. We love going in tight, don't we? Yes, let's do that. Yes, indeed. I'm going to show you my axe. I'm going to show you my axe after this because it is very, very cool. It's something that I have never seen before in any of the marketplaces or anything like that. So I'm very, very excited to actually use this in a playthrough. Ooh, okay, I've got to be careful here about these archers. They are going to shoot me. I would prefer not to die here, if at all possible. My archers are doing a relatively decent job. Yeah, are they? Not really. Let's put them into a loose formation. I personally prefer them in loose. That does generally tend to increase their ability to deal damage, at least a little bit. I am going to just act as a bit of a distraction on the side here. I'm not going to go too hard in just yet. Xenon is getting a bunch of kills. Xenon the Bull. What a nice name. Yes, that's great. Did I actually tell them to charge? Have I told them to charge? Yeah, I think I have told them to charge, but for some reason they're just standing there. I think they're using their axes, aren't they? I think they must be using their axes. Let's put them into a line just so that they can continue to charge. Maybe the shield wall is preventing them from doing that. That could very well be the case. And I am trying to block once again. Did you see that? Oh, I hope you didn't see that. I was trying to hold right-click to block with my shield, because that's what I've been using in the last couple of series. That's great. Okay, yeah, let's be a bit careful, though. Okay, let's be a little bit, just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. We don't want to be too careful. Oh, yeah, by the way, I have 33 javelins. Yes, 33. I know. It's absolutely immense. Look at the amount of damage we can do with these. I mean, literally, what was that? 400 damage? Wow. Okay. Yeah, these are Jarids, by the way. These are Jarids. So, yeah, if you don't know where to get those, usually it's Azerai territory to get those. And I think they have the highest. I could be wrong about this, but I think they have the highest damage out of any thrown weapon javelin, at least. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I know. Yes. It is dark. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to avoid those nighttime battles. It's extremely difficult to see in them, especially even for me, and it's going to be even more difficult for you, I think. But yeah, anyway, we'll just level up all of these, and we'll see if we can... what do we have here? I think, yeah, we'll just go for those axe warriors there. We'll go for the shield biters, and then we do have... By the way, this is usually something I never usually take, but we have Veterans Respect. And the main reason why I was taking Veterans Respect is because I thought to myself, okay, you know what? If we are going to be taking any of these Sea Raiders and taking them as prisoners, you know, taking them in both ways, then we are obviously going to be able to convert them. You see, we can convert them from the bandit archetype into whatever we want. So we could convert them into these Nord Axe Warriors, for example, and then we could literally just create whatever we wanted. We could make them into, you know, berserkers or whatever. And generally, I feel like this is very nice. For once again, feels to me like versatility is the word of the day when it comes to the Nords. You know, they've just got their little calendar, and all it's got on it is word of the day, versatility. That's it. You know, that's what's going on there. Anyway, you could also obviously level them up into Sea Raiders, and so you could go for Sea Raider Warriors and then Sea Raider Chiefs, and then you could level them into Nord Berserkers, as long as you had, you know, Veterans Respect, of course. But I don't see the point in that. I think it's fine just to level them up into Nord Axe Warriors straight up off the bat. Obviously, we don't really have that much... I don't really have that much experience in using Veterans Respect anymore. I used to be a lot more... a Veterans Respect user, but not any further for some reason. I don't know, probably just because I don't really fight that many bandits later on. And otherwise, we can obviously level up Mr. Kuruntai, and let's see if we could actually give him this. Does he look weird with this? He looks a little bit weird with this, maybe. Yeah, no, I think he's okay, right? I think he's okay. Oh, he does not have a banner. Let's give him a banner. There we go. This is my this is my most recent companion, so that's the reason why he doesn't have that good stuff. So we're going to upgrade him relatively nicely here. And I'm going to read the chat. Yes, I am reading the chat right now, and that's the reason why I'm not moving, because I have to turn my head, and it's very difficult for me to turn my head, because usually it's on the ground in the dirt, you know, because I'm dead. Get it? Yes, I know. All right. So let me see. Yes. I know. I can't believe it either. I know. Yes. You didn't miss much. You didn't miss much at all. No. You just missed a couple of battles here and there. Me rambling and yeah, talking about doing naval combat and trying to get Mariner skill. And I really want to get that. I really want to get Mariner skill leveled up so that we can get that additional cleave. Yeah. So I'm going to show you my axe because that's what I wanted to do initially, and I will want to go in here immediately as well. They only have war level 1. We have to be a bit careful of our actual town there, even though we are actually looking pretty good there. As you can see, the garrison's it's not terrible, so we should be fine. So, first of all, let me just level up. We go for top speed, party speed. That's really, really nice. Sweeping wind, more party speed, always nice. And let's go for some... I don't even know what to go for right now. I think we'll probably just go for bosun skill just to kind of level those out a little bit more. And then we will take a look at my axe. So this is the axe. It's called Headbreaker. As I said, I don't know whether this is going to be very available in any marketplace, but this is a very good axe. Let's just say that. This is a very good axe, and I personally am enjoying using it quite a great deal. There are axes that do more damage, like, for example, the Heavy Executioner's axe. The Heavy Executioner's axe, obviously, being a little bit slower, and its handling being a little bit lower, which means it's a bit more unwieldy to use. But for me personally, I kind of like the balance of what the Headbreaker has right now. It's got some good weapon reach, too. So, for me personally, I think that's pretty cool. No, this is a sandbox save. This is a sandbox save game, and this is a little bit more advanced than the beginning. So we get to see a little bit more advanced gameplay and stuff like that. So yeah, so these are the Dreeds. If you are looking for them yourself, they are probably my favorite thrown weapon. If you can't find any really high damage harpoons, for example, then Dreeds are going to be great. Okay, so let's actually go in here. Should I go in here? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe we do. The question is the garrison going to sally out? They could. But I have a feeling we're going to be attacked by a vassal. There is a vassal there, but they're not really going to do much. The question is, are we going to get a random event? Because if we get a random event, we could probably take this in one fell swoop with very minimal casualties, or we could just run away and, you know, be very brave in the face of danger. Yes, indeed. They did patch it. Yes, we were talking about that earlier. And yeah, Bosun and Shipmaster, they both got updates. The funny thing is, you feel like it's too slow. Okay, the funny thing is, I literally had my I had a naval battle recently, just before I started this actually, and I had my ships take some damage. And I went to go and repair, and I literally went from, I think it was 1 bosun skill all the way to 29 or something like that. And I don't think I had anything significant in there. I didn't have anything, you know, super crazy. Like I only had like 2 or 3 focus points. So maybe the fact that you can now get bosun skill through repairs, that's going to make a huge difference to the speed. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I didn't really get bosun skill before anyway, but yeah, it's going to be nice to see how much we can actually get. It's maybe even a good idea. You know what? This could, you know, okay, here we go. Is this going to be a strategy? Run into a storm with your ships, get your ships damaged, and then go and repair them. And then just rinse and repeat that. Repeat? Yes, repeat. Yes. Rinse and repeat that. And then you can, you know, level up your bosun skill without having to go into battles. That could potentially be, that could be a thing, right? That could really be a thing. And I am really enjoying... Yes, indeed. Indeed. Thank you very much. Someone says here, I am really enjoying the naval battles. Me too. I am really enjoying the naval battles as well. I think they are super fun. And we're going to see some of those, and I would love to. I want to show that amazing, you know, naval weapon that we showed at the beginning of the stream. I want to see that in action. Anyway, this is one of the new random events that you're going to get. when you participate in a particular particular scenario, whatever it is, whether it's a siege, running around, interacting with a village, stuff like that. You're going to get random events coming up. And you can see here, as you inspect your siege camp, you come across disgusting evidence that one or more of your men has contracted the bloody flux. It will pass from man to man as they share food and water, and you know what it can do to a besieging army if left unchecked. Yes, so you now have 3 options, and these all have, some kind of consequence. And, well, generally, I would say that the second option is probably the best one, maybe, because it doesn't take a percentage of your troops. And yeah, that's going to be the thing. Yeah, it is tactical withdrawing, and yes, good night, and thank you for tuning in. Yeah, so the second option, I think, 3 of your troops get wounded, and each unit has 25% chance of dying, 50% chance of 5 of your troops getting wounded, and each unit has a 25% chance of dying. So these things, much less, shall we say, damaging to a large army. I mean, we don't really have that much of a large army. I mean, it's kind of medium-esque, but you can see here, I would prefer to not have 10%. 10% of our troops get wounded. So we're going to go for the second option here. 1 died. Okay, that's all right. One dying is absolutely fine. Yes, that's okay. We can kind of absorb those losses a little bit here and there. We're going to try to recruit a couple of extra prisoners right now. Generally, I am going to be taking every single prisoner that we can get our hands on, because we are, of course, fighting Nords, and I'm using Nords, so it generally just feeds into itself. So it's a wonderful system that we have going on here. Oh, really? They don't? Oh, okay. That's very interesting. Someone says here that the Nords don't like to attack people. All right. I am actually not sure about that, because as far as I am aware, they in one of my saves, they actually attacked the Sturgians, and they completely destroyed them. Well, they didn't destroy them. They took one of their towns. So I would count that as being relatively good. That's pretty aggressive of them. They are obviously, I think one of the funniest things that I've seen so far is that in both of my playthroughs so far, I have always seen this town right here, the one that we have right now, be taken by the Vlandians from the Nords. I always think that that's very funny. I'm not sure why, but maybe the Vlandians have something, I don't know, maybe they have some evidence that's buried here that they don't want anyone to find out about, or something like that. I don't know, but it's rather amusing that they have consistently taken this town every single time, and it feels like it's almost instant. It feels like as soon as I start the game, they have already taken the town. I don't think that that's the case, of course, but it does feel quite amusing to see that. Anyway, as you can see, we are completely destroying the walls here, just purely because we're using the wonderful trebuchet, putting them in reserve strategy, and then putting them back out all at once, so that you don't have to get them all destroyed at the same time. And yeah, that's obviously the most efficient way of doing it, if you want to destroy the walls, of course. And technically, what we could do right now is I could wait. Yes, I think we might want to do that. Yeah, we could wait for the starvation mechanic. I'm not a big fan of waiting for that in certain situations, because you know what's going to happen. If I wait, it's almost, I don't know whether it's a certainty, but it's kind of likely that there will be a vassal coming up somewhere, and they're going to be like, hello, we have 600 people, and we're going to chase you away from the siege. And that's the kind of thing that tends to happen to me every single time. I don't know why. But yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. We're going to wait a little bit longer, and I'm going to read the chat so that I can speak with you and interact and things like that. How do you like the Nord units so far? Oh, I love them. I love them. I think they're actually fantastic. I liked them even before they were buffed, which is funny, because usually that's not the case. I mean, usually you want to, most of the time at least, usually you want to use the strongest units you can, right? Usually you want to be like, oh yes, I will use you know, in the case of Warband, for example, you'd use Swadian Knights, or you'd use, I don't know, Vagian Marksmen if you're going for ranged troops, or Rodok Sharpshooters, stuff like that. But generally, I don't know, it didn't really hamper my enjoyment of using the Nord units, even when they were weaker than they are now. And I don't know, I just missed them, I think. I just missed them a great deal from Warband, and now that they're kind of back, you know, I mean, they're not obviously the same faction, because generally the Nords from Warband, they are an actual kingdom, and the Nords here, they're a little bit more like, should we say, not nomadic, but they're a bit more raider-esque, and I think that's probably what the initial design of the Huskarls was trying to impart, because they're wearing lighter armor, they're supposed to be moving quickly and, you know, going in, raiding, and then going back out, and, you know, all that stuff. So I think that's generally, I think that's generally the point there. But no, I actually really like the units. I think it was very sad that they nerfed the archers, though. Because I didn't use the archers before, but they were really good. Anyway, I'm taking camp building right here because army commander minus 50% cohesion loss of armies when besieging. This is obviously extremely nice for if you're leading an army. I don't have an army right now, and that's actually something that I forgot to do. I really wanted to get another companion just so that we could have one that would enable us to use parties. I think that would have been really nice for us, but yeah, we unfortunately did not have the ability to remember that, or should I say I did not have the ability to remember that. So yeah, that's kind of sad. But yeah, no, to answer your question, I do like the Nord units a great deal, and I am saddened by the archers being nerfed, but that's just, you know, I mean, they're lower level archers anyway. You know, the lower level archers used to have like a really good bow as far as I'm aware, and now they don't. So you know, maybe it was a little bit imbalanced, to be honest, but in that case, I think I would allow it, you know. I think that's fun. I think that's fun to do that, but, you know, I understand the thought process regarding that. Anyway, let's go and get some more Nord shield biters, and let's try to recruit some more prisoners, of course. My morale is going down, so do have to be on the watch for that, and indeed, we have to be on the lookout for... hello. Yep, here's the first vassal. And this is actually what's really cool about besieging. This is the reason why the Vlandians are able to take this town, in my opinion. Because look at what has transpired here. I have literally starved this entire castle's supplies. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, there it is. There's the classic... There's the classic the army that wants to murder us, and I think we're probably just going to go straight on in. I don't really want to, though. That's the funny thing. I don't really want to do that. I kind of have to, though. Okay. We'll go. We'll go in. It's kind of... It's such a classic. It's such a classic. Oh, dear. Oh, well, never mind. I mean, it's going to be fine. But we're probably going to die, so maybe. We'll see. Okay, so let's have a look here. What are we going to do? Something like this. We could... Whoa, wait a second. This is very cool. This is a new siege layout. I don't think I've seen this siege layout before. Okay, well, I had no idea that was the case, but there you go. It's apparently working out very nicely, because I thought to myself, should I do a siege? Is it going to be same kind of thing that we normally know? No, it's actually new, so very fun. Let's actually see what we can do here. Wait. Okay. Oh no, these guys all have terrible combat skills. I'm so saddened by this. Oh dear. Okay, you know what? Let's just make someone do it. We'll just put each of them on these and just have them each do one. And we even have a... What? We even have a fifth group. We even have a fifth group. How? How do we have a fifth group? I don't know why. Okay, so here's the thing. Sieges, I'm going to need to do stuff. I'm going to need to be very effective here, and I cannot be killed. I've checked. There are no enemy siege engines that can kill me and interrupt me mid-sentence. Okay, so hopefully we'll be all right here, and we've got the walls down, of course. Okay, this is... Oh, no. Let's not go this way. You know what? I'm actually going to command my forces. I usually just let my forces do their own thing in sieges and stuff like that, but I'm actually going to command them this time, because what I want to do is I want to tell them to go over in this position here. Whoa, okay, yeah, this is... Yeah, maybe this is bad. Maybe this is a bad idea, but I am going to do this. Okay, let's just do this. Put my guys into... Follow me? No. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Thank you very much. Let's put them into a square. There we go. Let's not get shot in the face. I'm just trying to distract these guys, trying to get them to kind of follow me a little bit here. And I'm being a little bit... maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we'll be okay. I don't know. But all I know is that I'm going to be charging in here and trying to do as much damage as possible. Don't get hit by that javelin. Thank you. Okay. Oh, that was actually an enemy lord. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay, so as you can see, my forces are coming in here. I'm going to tell them to charge right now because they have already penetrated the enemy's defenses. And now I can do some... Oh, yeah. Now we can get stuck in here. Now we can get stuck in and we can actually do massive damage with our cleaving axe. They do not know what they are dealing with. Funnily enough, though, I think that my... Oh, no. Did I really just... What? Did you see that damage? Wow, that's actually incredible. Yeah. That's kind of harsh. Yeah. So, what we're going to have to deal with now is... I was going to say, maybe not the best idea for me to take this, but I really like the new siege layout. I think that this is really, really fun. It reminds me very much of Viking Conquest. It reminds me of Viking Conquest, and I've actually seen a number of people say that it reminds them of Viking Conquest, and I think that's a good comparison. Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. Be careful, be careful. Okay, don't get killed now. Don't get... Oh, I'm running into enemies. I didn't even know they were coming from there. Okay, let's be aware of that. Okay. I'm trying to survive. Oh dear. Yeah, we're not doing particularly well here, friends. I feel like maybe we do want to... Do we want to retreat? I'm not sure. No, I think we're going to be okay. I think we'll be fine as long as I live for a little bit longer. Okay, nice cleaving. I don't have any mods, by the way, that allow slashing through or anything like that. I do not have any mods that do that. So this is all the axe. This is all the axe doing that, not me installing a mod or anything. And nice. Okay, whoa. I'm actually very impressed right now. If only I hadn't taken that much damage from that Warfang. I believe it was a Nord Warfang because they have this crazy cool polearm that does so much damage. And yeah, that was the thing there. That was the thing that I think dealt that much damage to us. And indeed, I have actually spec'd my character to destroy shields really, really fast. Okay, let's be careful. You never know when you're going to get shot. Yeah, no, we should be fine here. These guys just... They don't know. They don't know that I'm here to murder them, apparently. They think I'm selling some bread or something like that. I don't know. Okay, my forces are actually coming around the corner here. I think we're going to win. Okay, we are actually going to win. Whew. Okay, I'm kind of... I was sweating bullets there a little bit. Kind of. Whew. All right. Yeah, no, we should be absolutely fine here. Should be absolutely fine. And yeah, someone says, how many hours your longest playthrough? I wouldn't know the amount of hours, but I would know the amount of days. I think over 1,000 days. I think probably over 1,000 days. Maybe not even that. I don't know. But yeah, my character got to age 88 or something like that, if that puts it into perspective, I think. Yeah, he got to age 88, which is really... I don't know, I feel like that's pretty old. I think that's pretty old for a character in this game. So yeah, anyway, there you go. They have retreated to the keep. I will probably just be auto-resolving against that. We are getting... oh, dearie me. Yeah, so this is what I was saying. I feel like maybe it was not worth it for us to take this. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I think it was worth it to have a look at the new siege layout, which I didn't even realize was new. So I think that's fun. Let's put some focus points in Shipmaster and all that stuff, and we'll probably go with some riding skill as well, I suppose. Let's see what else we can go for here. I'm thinking social skill, because roguery is probably not going to be leveled up that much more. And we will go in for the auto-resolve here. There we go. We ended up losing 4 people. We got 107 renown. That's actually kind of incredible. And we did lose some berserkers, but that's okay, because look at all the prisoners. Look at all these prisoners we're getting. Unfortunately, the prisoners, as you can see, oh dear. Yeah, we already have a whole bunch of prisoners, but that's okay. You'll see why. All right, let's just take this, do this, just get these Nord Shield biters. Yeah, okay. Pretty significant amount of power gain right there, just from all those level ups. And we will see... this axe would be useless in real life. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't know anything about that, unfortunately. Because generally, I have never swung an axe in my life. I have swung a piece of bread. I don't know what's up with bread today. What is up with bread today? I don't know. Maybe I have a hankering. I have a hankering for bread for some reason. Maybe a nice baguette. It's got a bit of a sword shape, you know? Who knows? Anyway, we do have berserkers, various other high tier units here as well. Generally, I don't really like taking tier 5 units. They take way too long to convert most of the time, but we're going to take them. We're going to take them this time because I think we're going to need the help, right? We're going to need the help. I'm going to have to leave these other prisoners here because I am going to be running away very, very fast here in just a moment, which I am going to be very saddened about, but you know, it has to be done. Okay, it has to be done. And there it is. We'll show mercy here, and we're basically just going to get away. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to get away. We're going to be disorganized. That is bad. Okay. Yes. I need to get away from this vassal. I really, really need to get away from this vassal. Okay, she's deciding to go away from us. Very surprising. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is the army doing exactly what I thought? Okay, that's really, really interesting right here. Okay, wait. Let's run. Okay, never mind. Apparently this guy is going to attack us. Okay, this is going to be... Okay. This guy is actually looking a little bit dangerous. In comparison to the other vassals that we've fought so far, this guy's looking kind of not so great. We could try to get away from him. We could try to get away. Which might make sense. It might make sense. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's actually something... someone just reminded me of that. I have not mentioned the fast mode. The fast mode is probably one of my favorite additions to the game. I know. It may sound absolutely bonkers, but that is actually true. I really, really like the fast mode. I think that has dramatically increased the opportunity for dynastic play. And basically being able to have a character that starts in the world. You know, you get a spouse, or maybe you don't get a spouse. Maybe you start the campaign. Maybe you do the campaign with fast mode or something like that. And then you obviously have sisters, brothers, you know, so on and so forth, right? And so then, if your character dies, you can then take over as one of those other people in your clan. And generally, obviously, if you have a spouse as well, you can have children, and the children can, you know, rank up. They can age up. Yes, they can age up. They can, you know, evolve to the next form, and so on and so forth. And then you're actually going to be getting some really very cool storytelling. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like giving you the tools to tell your own stories, which I personally like that a great deal. And if we get other... obviously, I have no idea about this, but if we get other things in the future, other updates in the future, who knows about this? But if we do, it would be very cool if we could have something that has something to do with, you know, some emergent storytelling sort of stuff. You know, I think that could be really cool. But that's obviously just me, and we shouldn't probably talk about that right now, because I am going to die if I don't concentrate here, I think. Let's actually have a look. Okay, they have 32 archers, but they do have a huge amount of infantry. We have 84 infantry, 19 archers. So they obviously outnumber us quite dramatically. But, as you can see by the bar at the top of the screen, we are doing okay in terms of combat strength. Let me see. I'm going to leave my people in line. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Did you see all those lasers coming towards us? No way, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, no. I'm not going to run in there, thank you very much. They want me to run in there, but I'm not going to. That is not going to happen. Okay, they've got the high ground, which is extremely bad, as we know, from Anakin. And, yeah, otherwise, I guess what we're going to do is we are just going to do something like this. No, not particularly effective. That was not effective at all. That was actually very sad. Okay, so shall I tell them? Tell them to charge? Yeah, tell them to charge. Why not? I mean, the archers are far away from us right now, so this is really, really good. I can literally... Okay, wait a minute. We might be able to turn the tide of battle in our favor if I can just not die. You know, because if I die here, we might have some problems. But you can see, yeah, we are completely murdering them right now because their archers are... look at this. Their archers are hidden behind the hill. And this would have provided them with the advantage they needed to have any opportunity to murder us. And you saw exactly what happened right there. They just hid their archers behind that hill. And look at how much damage they can do. Look at this. Look at my HP. I'm dying from these guys, and they just completely made themselves useless. Very, very interesting strategy. I am very appreciative of this strategy, to be honest. Don't get me wrong. I think this is nice. And as a result, I'm not going to execute him. Okay. I'm not going to execute this fella because he has given me a relatively free victory here. So much so that I might even be able to make it back to Hjalvik, and we might even be able to get into some naval combat. I would love to be able to do that. As I said, I really want to try out that new ballista. So, yeah. There we go. 36 renown. I also have to make a faction. I do have to make a faction. So, yeah, I am just going to take him prisoner. I'm not going to execute him. I'm just going to take him prisoner. I know. I'm being very generous. I'm being very generous to him right now. So, let's go for some axe warriors. Let's go for some shield biters, and we'll take this guy. I'm not going to take any of the other prisoners here. Oh, we do actually get one tier 5. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, nothing much for me here. I don't even need to really take this stuff. Technically, I should level up people, and I should just donate my my gear. Thanks to the steward skills, I should literally just donate gear for the experience instead of taking it for cash. But I don't know. Maybe we're going to need it for some reason or another. Okay, so... Oh, wait a second. Wait a minute. I think I might understand the reason why. Oh, okay, yes, never mind. I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to mention it, but I think I might understand the reason why these guys are not besieging that castle over there. So, yeah, we'll put a pin in that for the moment. And we're otherwise go... Oh, yes, here we go. This is exactly what I've been looking for. Lead by example. This is exactly the reason why you want to level up leadership skill. Both of these perks, Stout Defender and Lead by Example, as well as obviously Loyalty and Honor, all of these perks can work synergistically with one another, and they can be extremely effective, because you see exactly what's happening here. Look at this. Plus 50% recruitment rate of tier 4 plus prisoners. Plus 30% faster non-bandit prisoner recruitment. So that means regular units. And then you have Lead by Example, plus 50% recruitment rate for infantry prisoners, which is primarily what we want with the Nords. So that is extremely effective for us right now. And I think I'm going to be going for another, I guess just go for a perk point in tactics right there, I guess. Doesn't seem to really be much more that we can do there. Okay, so what we are now going to do is we're just going to recruit. Look at this. Look at how many people I get to recruit here, just because the people here really they don't really like us. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say maybe they like us. Maybe they like us a little bit. No, my loyalty is actually going down for some reason. I don't know why that is. Why is my loyalty going down? Let's actually just stop the training fields right here. Let's get some actual loyalty from the. It's gonna take 49 days. It's because we don't have a See, it's because we don't have a governor. It's because we don't have a governor. I could potentially get a governor, but these guys all have terrible stuff apart from this fellow. Yeah, so as you can see right here, he does have heroic leader, which would be pretty fantastic because that does provide us with +1 daily loyalty. Same thing with well strapped. If you don't know this, I'm gonna explain it real fast, but if a town gets too low in loyalty, they have the ability to rebel, and then you lose ownership over it, and some rebels take over, and you have to besiege it again. So that's kind of irritating. So, you know, that's generally the reason why I say that loyalty is absolutely fantastic and something that I really, really appreciate going for. There is actually some very cool things here. As you can see right here, the guardhouse provides you with a patrol party. Does it actually give you a patrol party? I've never seen that. Is that it over there? No, that's just a villager. Okay, that's very interesting. I've never seen that before. Okay, that's very, very cool. Anyway, we are going to set sail now, and we will be attempting. I think we could probably attack some Nords on the ocean waves if they're coming this way. I think they will probably be coming this way, won't they? And we actually get the opportunity to test out our wonderful ship here as well. We have some fishermen coming by here as well here. Yeah, exactly. Take those prisoners every way. I know. We should. We should really. Maybe we will a little bit later. Yes. Okay. So there you go. Look at that. You see exactly what I was talking about? Look at that. And Lagater right there has rebelled. Has literally rebelled. And the person that conquered it, which I believe was a... Was it a Botanian that conquered it? I actually don't know. I think it was the Botanian that conquered it. And now they don't. Now they don't have ownership over it anymore. And that's obviously fantastic for whoever lost it to begin with, because now they have the opportunity to take it back, potentially really, really easily. Because the rebels, they don't generally have very good, shall we say, very good defenses. So, yeah. Anyway, because we are obviously the Nord culture, we are able to move faster across the ocean as well, which is really, really nice. I actually got reminded of that when I made this character, and I was like, oh yeah, they do gain 20%. They gain 20% additional movement speed, which is really, really nice in my opinion. Okay, so the question is, do we just want to raid something, or do I want... Ah, hello. I want to fight this person. Yes, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait here. And see, now this is the funny thing. This is generally what you would not see if I was making a video. You know, this is generally the kind of thing. I stalk people. I stalk people. I just go after the vassals. I'm like, yes, you're going to fight me soon. You're going to come onto the ocean waves. I'm going to fight you. And no. Generally, they tend to be... they tend to be very, very elusive sometimes. But yeah, they do seem to be a little bit... Oh, wait. Oh, yes. No, wait. Really? Did the vassal really go back in? They're trolling me right now, aren't they? They're trolling me right now. Did you look at him? Look at... Wait. What's he doing? Is he going to go back in? He went back in. Are you... No, you didn't. Is he serious? What is he doing? Is he serious? He's trolling me right now. Both of these guys are trolling me. Okay, wait. I'm going to be very, very sneaky right here. I'm going to go in right now. There we go. Okay, this guy. You're not going to troll me too. You're not going to troll me too. There we go. We got him. We got him. So that is all that we can say thank you for. That is all we can say thank you for, that he decided to do exactly the same thing that his friends were doing. They were mocking me. They were mocking us. You see. You as well. They were mocking you as well. They were mocking me. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Okay, so we have 150. The enemy has 150. This guy has 4 ships. Wow. Okay. Actually, pretty cool. Unfortunately for me, I'm very far away from basically any other city. Bannerlord is the closest. So it is going to be a little bit difficult for me to sell these ships if I am able to salvage them appropriately. And there's Asgotha over there. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Yeah. This is going to be our first naval battle for the stream. And let's see. Let's see it. Alright, come on now. Okay, so we have... let me see. We have... no, I don't really want this. Okay, no, we're not going to use our trade vessel. This is literally a vessel that I bought just so that I would have more cargo space. That's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, no, that actually sounds like a pretty fun idea, to be honest. An Aserai Corsair. Yeah, that sounds fun. That actually sounds fun. I mean, that's the funny thing. Every single faction, doesn't every single faction have a specific ship that they can buy? Isn't that true? I think they all have, you know, different styles of ship. And I think that's very cool. I think that's very, very cool. Okay, so it's very rough, as you can see. Very, very rough on the ocean waves here. And, oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's 4 of them. Okay, we might have an issue here. We might have some problems. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do this. Maybe we will have a problem. Maybe I should have kept my cargo ship. Oh, the lore behind calling all characters Borgar. That is literally just my Viking character name. That's it. There is no other lore about it. Borgar is literally just the ancestor, the Viking ancestor of Barney, Bruce, and Byron, basically. So, yeah, that's the point. There's no other lore reason there whatsoever. So yeah, we're gonna put down the sails as well. By the way, look at this. Yes, I can actually go in here, and we can see a very cinematic view of the deck. Usually I don't do this, but just because this looks so incredibly cool, how can you say no? How can you say no to doing that? And we can also get a really, really nice cinematic look right there. Oh, wait a minute. Am I going underneath the... Are we going underneath the ocean for some reason? There we go. Well, we rammed them a little bit there as well. I'm actually wondering, is someone using my ballista, by the way? I really do need to check that in a second. You know what we're going to do, though? We're going to use the wind, and we're going to go all the way around right here. How to download War Sails? Oh, you just go to Steam. You can go to Steam. I think you can get it on consoles as well. But yeah, if you go to Steam, that's where I got it from, and yeah, it is. Yeah, it's looking pretty fantastic. There's a launch discount as well if you care about that sort of thing. Anyway, we are going to go for this. Yes, this is my big iron shot thing. I don't know what it does, so we're going to try it out. I don't know whether it's a particularly good idea for me to try it out now, but that did nothing. Okay, I like that. That's great. Yes, that did nothing because I missed. Okay, maybe we can do something a little bit better here. Okay, come on now. Let's not miss, shall we? Okay, we actually hit some people, surprisingly enough. But it's not supposed to hit people. Okay, come on now. Okay, now I'm just hurting the ocean. Yes, the ocean is hurt very badly by my inaccuracy, I guess. But yeah, funnily enough, you can do something like this. You can literally just go around in circles and just pelt them and bombard them with things like this. Yeah, I'm not used to this, as you can quite clearly tell. I am not used to this particular. Ooh, it does 900 damage. That's actually staggeringly good. That is a lot of damage, actually, to be dealt by a ranged weapon. Can you imagine? Actually, you know what? We should... Okay, you know what? Should we try sinking them? I don't know. The funny thing is, sinking vessels, it's all very well and good, especially in this... Actually, you know what? In this situation, that might be the play. That might be the play here. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna miss. We're just gonna miss. Okay, you know what? We're gonna board them. Let's just board them, because I don't think I can. Yeah, for some reason, the accuracy that I have with this is just terrible. I am much better with the fire pot, which is really funny. Not sure. Okay, wait. Let me see here. I'm gonna lower the sails, or raise them, shall we say? Not lower them. I always get mixed up with that. Okay. We're gonna slow down, and we're just gonna turn. We're just gonna turn. That's all we're gonna do. The enemy has no idea what we're doing, and neither do I. Okay, here we go. There we go. Look at that, 900 damage. So that's really, really good in my opinion. I feel like 900 damage is fantastic. We can continue to do damage here. Oh wow, they're blocking the ship. They're blocking the ship's damage with their bodies. Isn't that that's very loyal of them, isn't it? That's very loyal of them. Okay, you know what? I really want to jump in the water. I really want to jump in the water, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go like so. Okay, I did jump in the water. Okay, never mind. I'm a liar. I lied. Okay, come on now. Let's do this. Can I actually murder everything in sight? I think I can, but I have to be very careful. These guys, as you know, they do have very good thrown weapons. And they're very easily capable of murdering us. Ooh, I love the cleave of this weapon. Wow. It's super nice. And the fact is, I am actually doing insane damage to shields as well. So this actually forces the opponent into attacking me much, much earlier than they would otherwise. And what we're going to do, tell these guys to charge. And I'm going to just jump in the water. There we go. I'm just going to jump in the water. That's all I'm going to do because we really don't want to get absolutely destroyed. Here we go. Let's go back up. This guy's waiting for me. Thank you for waiting for me, sir. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Yep, I know. For some reason, that it reminded me of that. Okay, it reminded me of that. Okay, so these, I got to say, I feel like the Ulfadins as well as the Warfangs, I think they're probably, apart from the Huskarls, I think they're probably the most dangerous unit. And an enemy ship has started to sink. Okay, is it the one that I am literally on right now? Because we're, you know, the funny thing is we are in a storm right here. I'm not entirely sure. You know what? Let's tell my guys to defend the ship, because that tells them to come back away from enemy ships. No, I think the other one sank actually. I don't see it. Very interesting. Using this DLC's new systems, what are your thoughts on a story or module set in the times of the ships of the line? Do you think this would be good with hundreds of cannons? Wow, okay, that would be, I think that would be pretty epic, to be honest. Yes, I mean, I think the naval combat is really, really fun, and generally, you've seen, I mean, obviously, my inaccuracy notwithstanding, because obviously I'm terrible. And apparently I cannot hit the broadside of a barn for some reason, because it is literally about the size of a barn, isn't it? But yeah, the point is, I think that could definitely work. Yeah, I think that could definitely work, for sure. Obviously, you know, you'd have to add in a bunch of other weapons as well then. And I think the time to kill would be very low, which would be a bit harsh, as we know from firearms mods and firearms games and, you know, various things like that. Potentially going to have an issue with that, but if you don't mind that, then you're going to have a great time. Then you're going to have an absolutely fantastic time. And generally, I do feel as though the ship-to-ship combat is really enjoyable if you can hit, obviously. If you can hit. I do think that the fire pot, funnily enough, the fire pot is much, much easier to use rather than the iron shot. I don't know whether that's the case or whether it's just me being terrible at this point in time, but yeah. Anyway, we actually unlocked a figurehead. And I'm not entirely sure how we unlocked this, but we apparently unlocked it. So, very nice. Because these things don't actually get unlocked unless you do something in the game. I believe there is actually it's kind of like an achievement in a certain sense, or it's like something that you earn over time. So yeah, I think that's actually very, very cool. Now what we are going to do is, because this guy was trying to troll me, I'm gonna execute him. I'm gonna execute him. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Goodbye, sir. Thank you very much for visiting. Yes. Alright, so we can now take the looters. I'm gonna take everything, obviously. And let's see what we can do here. Nord Warriors. Yes, Nord Spear Warriors. Let's take some of those. Okay, so I still have prisoners. Obviously, I am trying to convert those over time. Let's get this guy up here. I don't know why he was at the bottom of the list. And we will now move on. And this is the thing. I think what we should do... Oh, look at this. Very nice. Nice new piece of armor. Whoa, wait a minute. Look at this. This is actually so much better than what he's wearing before. Is this better than what I have? It is. Look at that. It's better than what I'm wearing. Okay, that's crazy cool. Nice. Yeah, so what we should probably do is we should then give him my old one. There we go. All right. Very nice. Okay. Is there anything else here that we want? No, not really. Okay. I'm just going to take all of that. Okay, so yeah, we actually unlocked that. And we also now have the ability to capture one of their ships. So this is what we're going to do, because this is actually going to be kind of useful for me, because it increases the cargo capacity. So it's not going to slow us down as much, hopefully. I think if you kill some lords for the ship heads, like rulers and such. Oh, really? Can you actually do that? Yeah, I think there's a wide variety of different, shall we say, requirements to be able to get that stuff. And yeah, for me personally, I think the figurehead we just unlocked is actually super, super good for us, because we are obviously... Oh dear. I kind of don't want them to attack me right now, if at all possible. Okay, they didn't. Okay. Dearie me. Okay, that was a bit of a close one. Kind of surprised that they didn't decide to go in there. But yeah, very, very nice. Okay, so we are actually leveling. Look, there we go. We're getting bosun skill right there. Look at that. Very nice. Okay, we are actually gonna see some of the bosun perks for the first time, because I haven't actually seen those that much. So it's gonna be cool. Ah, there we go. Yeah, you have to fight the lords on the sea. Beating them on land doesn't count. Okay, yeah, well, of course. I think that would probably be the case, because we obviously have ships, and the figureheads are from that. But generally, I'm not entirely sure what else would be the case. I think... what other requirements would there be? Because obviously right now we had a requirement probably to get a bunch of kills with thrown weapons. I can assume that to be the case. Maybe my forces were able to get, I don't know, 10, 20 kills with thrown weapons or something, and that was the thing that fulfilled the requirement, I guess. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure, as I say. Anyway, let's repair this. Now you're going to get to see the bosun. Right? The bosun skill. That didn't level? Wait. No, it hasn't leveled yet. It hasn't leveled yet because we haven't confirmed it. Okay, so as you can see, boom, there it is. Crew throwing weapon damage plus 10%. That is very cool in my opinion. And actually, it does change the cosmetic look as well. And there are a bunch of other figureheads as well. Like, for example... Oh, wait a second. Do you have to be the particular culture to be able to unlock the figurehead? I think that might be the case. Yeah, I think that might be the case, because I have actually unlocked the Sea Serpent beforehand as well. And the Sea Serpent, as you can see, does provide us with fire damage resistance plus 40%, but it's a Nord culture thing. And I was playing a Nord culture character back then too. So it may very well be that it is a specific thing to culture, which means that if you are wanting to play kind of naval combat-esque, you may indeed want to choose a culture very specifically. Like, for example, this looks really, really fun for a ramming ship. I've wanted to do massive amounts of damage with ramming, but unfortunately I'm just not very good at it. I don't know why. It's probably because I don't have a big enough weapon. Yes, anyway, let's see our... Yep, there it is. Look at that. Look at the bosun skill. Look at that. We literally got 15, 4, 5 skill points in bosun skill. Absolutely insane amounts right there. And I am actually going to be taking a look at the perks after this. Now, I have a huge amount of loot as well. I'm not a terribly big fan of that. Can I actually sell all of this? Yes. Okay, there we go. We bankrupted them. We bankrupted them quite heavily here. Do I have enough food? Yeah, I've got 38 days worth of food. That should be absolutely fine. You might want to swap ores to ash light ores for faster travel speed on the map. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Okay, look. Generally, I would say that I like traveling faster on the map almost every single time. But, and this is, I'm not entirely sure. Where is it? Where is this thing? Am I silly? Heavy reinforced. Where are these things? Where are the ores? Am I... Okay, I cannot find it for the life of me, but you can see all of the various customizations that you can get for the ship. which is obviously quite significant. Am I silly? I don't know. Where are the oars? I'm not seeing them at all. I just see rams here, sheathing, shields, which we already have those, obviously. I am for some reason not seeing them. I don't know. Maybe they're not available at this particular town or something like that. I don't know. Maybe the upgrade isn't particularly available. No oars for the big ship. Ah, okay. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? I guess that makes sense, maybe. But yeah. Anyway, we could probably have a look at this one, couldn't we? No. Yes. There you go. Yeah. So there it is. Wide oars. Unfortunately, the light oars are not available in this settlement, like I thought, unfortunately. But the thing is, yes, this actually does make a big difference. The Ash light oars, 6% travel speed. I think 6% travel speed is definitely worth it. The lower level oars, maybe not. I don't know. I think 2%. I don't really care about 2% that much. But, and this is the big but right here. I actually really like maneuverability. I feel like maneuverability is underrated when it comes to naval combat, especially considering, I mean, you saw what was happening to me in that naval battle that we just had, where I was trying to turn almost all the time. I was trying to turn and turn and turn, and I just couldn't get the right angle to shoot with our ballista. And so that's the reason why maneuverability, I feel, is sometimes really, really cool and kind of useful generally. I could technically sell this. Do I want to sell it? No. We will not sell it. Although, I'm thinking I'd like to buy a Drakkar. Can I do that? No, there isn't one. Ooh, okay. You know what? We'll just keep the ship for now. We will keep the ship for now, and what we'll do is we will try, if we can, to maybe purchase a bigger ship and replace that one with the bigger one. You know, that I think would probably be the best course of action. I should probably go back over here and see if we can fight some more people on the ocean waves. And also, as you can see, we did just reach Shipmaster 25, and yeah, so I do have obviously 5 focus points in Shipmaster and 5 focus points in Bosun as well. So let's have a look here. Okay. So a ballista reload time. Okay, that might be kind of useful. Plus 30% ammunition per stack. That's actually insane for archers. 30%. I mean, really? They have a load of arrows already, so 30% extra. That's going to be very, very nice. And also plus 2 extra ammunition per stack for thrown weapons of the crew. Not sure if I really like that. No, I'm not sure if I really like that much. I think streamlined operations is probably going to be the way to go here, just purely because ballista reload time. If you are playing at a later stage in the game, then you're going to have a ballista. I think you're probably going to have a ballista by that point, so I think that would probably be pretty useful. I really want to get more. I want to get more bosun skills. So technically, as I said, you could just run into a storm, get massively damaged, and then just continue repairing yourself that way. We have all... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hello. We're getting plus 2% travel speed at sea. As I said, I'm not a big fan of, 2% increases, but this is pretty nice because it just gets... It comes at us for free. Apart from, we have the choice between this and Master Angler, which gives us 25% chance per hour of campaign time to catch fish while sailing on the campaign map. And as a governor as well, 15% to catch... Plus 15% to catch brought in by fishing boats from settlements. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so it's basically, do you want food or do you want travel speed? For me personally, I'm going to be going for travel speed because it also provides us to 30% increase to swimming endurance of the crew, which means that if they fall into the water, then it gives them a little bit of extra time to get back onto the deck, which is very, very nice. And look... This is what we got right here. Look at this. Better cleave with two-handed weapon swings. Two-handed weapons lose 50% less damage when they cut through the first opponent. And that is amazing. I am very much wanting to use that. I am very intrigued as to what Crew of Spears actually does, though, because impale shields with thrown javelins. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, because there is a skill in the throwing tree called Impale. And you can see here that javelins you throw can penetrate shields. This is one of my favorite perks in the whole game, just purely because we love penetrating, right? We love penetrating a massive amount. So if we could do that with another perk, that would be amazing, because then you would be you'd only have to technically level up, Mariner's skill, and then your javelins would be doing pretty massive damage, and maybe you wouldn't even need to get to 250. So that would obviously be very, very nice too. Anyway, I'm going to go for Mighty Blows just because it's, the wider use case. I am literally just going to be doing that almost all the time anyway. And we're going to go, what do we take? Decisive Battle, I guess? Decisive Battle, Plains, Steppes. No, actually Extended Skirmish is much better, because we're going to be fighting in snow much more often because we're in Nordic territory. So I think that makes much more sense, doesn't it? Anyway, we'll go for another point in social skill here. Another point in tactics, even though that's not really going to do much for us. And technically we could go in against these Sea Raiders. I actually wonder, can you tell what kinds of ship they have? Because a Drakkar... Oh yeah, I think we can actually see. Yeah, they have light longships. Yeah, okay, they don't have any Drakkar, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go and see if we can maybe fight another Nordic vassal. I think that would probably be rather fun. And maybe I can practice with my iron shot skills. Maybe we're not going to be in a particularly stormy environment this time around. That would be nice. That would be very, very nice indeed. Welcome. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. It deals reduced damage. It might, yeah. It very well might. I don't know. As I say, I need to test it. You see, it's one of those perks that I just need to test it in some off-screen time and see what's actually happening here. This guy is literally trolling me again. Look at this. You see that? These guys are just trolling me. Okay, we're gonna just move in here, and we're gonna go for the intercept. Oh yeah, this guy has no idea. He has no idea. I could literally just auto-resolve against this guy right now, and he would be dead. Should I do that? You know what? I'm gonna auto-resolve against him. I'm going to auto-resolve against him just purely because what we can do now is I'm going to execute him straight away, and then we are going to attack the guy that's trolling us to the high heavens. That's what we're going to do. And, oh, look, wait a minute. Did I level my clan tier? Is my clan tier leveled up? I think it might be. Nord Shield Biters. Let's go with those. Experience. I will get experience instead of loot this time. And we're going to leave the ship, I think. What's really funny, though, is this is another thing that I'm thinking of now. Now that they have added the ability for bosun to be leveled by repairing ships, you could potentially capture ships, right? Capture ships, go back to a town, and then literally repair the ships that you've just captured. If you have a lot of money. And then you could sell them if you wanted to, which would be... maybe not the best idea in regards to money and the efficiency of your money, but it would definitely be a good idea in regards to leveling your bosun skill. So I'm just going to leave it for now. I don't really need the cash, as we've seen. I don't really need the cash. Okay, wait. Agrinia is coming. Okay. She is a little bit dangerous, maybe. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised that we've been able to do this so dramatically. Okay, let's have a look. I do not know your ship. Really? You don't know? You don't know our ship? I hear you defeated my kinsman, Grika. It would have amused me to see him cower before you. He's dead, you know. I'm sorry to tell you, but he's dead. Because I actually executed him not even 10 minutes ago. I think it was 10 minutes ago. But yes. That's hilarious. It's always funny when they say that kind of stuff, because it's like, yes, you don't know that I've executed your friend. Oh dear. That's very bad, isn't it? Okay, so the question is, we probably want to use a longship this time, don't we? Let's use a longship. Let's not use our trade vessel, but we'll use the longship, and we'll see if Xenon has slightly better stuff for us to use here. And these are calm waters. Look at this. This is really, really nice and calm right now. Look at the sunset out. Let's not look directly into that. And we'll otherwise make our way over here. Yeah. Oh. I rammed Xenon and I killed him. Yes. Okay, let's not do that again. Oh my. Okay, yeah. I rammed him and he's dead. That's wonderful, isn't it? That's you couldn't script that. You see, you couldn't script that kind of moment. That is just. It's his own fault. Okay, it's his own fault for standing at the back, piloting his vessel. Piloting? What is it? Commanding? I don't know. But he was obviously steering his vessel, and it was his own fault. You know, I mean, I'm not going to take the blame for that, am I? Yes, I am actually. Yeah, no, never mind. It's my fault. It's totally my fault. Yeah, I know. It is companion abuse. I know. I've done that so many times in the past. So many other things happen. Oh, nice damage. Okay, very good. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Can we actually? Oh, I really wanted to ram someone else. Unfortunate. I should have rammed someone here, shouldn't I? That would have been so much fun. Okay. You know what? Hopefully they're going to turn around. Yes, they're turning around. Okay, some of them are turning around. Some of them are actually going for the longship. Hopefully they are going to just get completely murdered by our superior quality of troops. At least that's the idea. Hopefully. I need to get over there like pretty quickly though, so I'm not entirely. Whoa, our guys are doing a pretty good job, to be honest. Nice. Whoa, good damage. Okay. Oh, actually, what? I did 1800 damage, and that was a weak one. Okay. Oh, okay. I like it. We can actually ram people pretty nicely. I mean, Xenon can testify to that. He can certainly testify to that, can't he? Yeah, he has not... Where am I going? I didn't stop my ship. It's literally like getting out of your car while it's still running. Let's not do that. Okay, there we go. Can you imagine me literally... No, let's not imagine me driving a car. No, let's not do that. Okay, I'm gonna jump. No, don't jump. No, that didn't work. Okay, that's fine. That's all right. We have our sea legs and sea arms, and we do have a sea axe as well. Here we go. Let's do this. Nice. Bear in mind we have the increased cleave now, so I can do even more damage to multiple targets. And we might even be able to go on an absolute killing spree here. So much so that, indeed, my Mariner skill is going to be 250 before we know it, which is going to be very nice. I don't even know what the 250 is anymore. I forget. But I'm sure it's very nice. And these guys all have shields. That's the reason why I basically spec'd this character for shield destruction. I tried to make it so that every single hit destroys shields more and more. I think we've got 120% or something like that shield destruction or something. I don't know. But we have already a bonus thanks to the fact that we're using an axe. We already have a bonus to destroying shields. And then indeed, on top of that, we have perks that give us, what is it now? I think it's like 40% and 30% or something like that. So 70%. And then I think there's another one that gives us 40% or 50 or something like that. So yeah, pretty significant bonuses there. And indeed, wow. That was literally wow. Okay, kind of surprising actually that they were. Wow, they died so fast. Okay, there you go. Okay, so we've got 28 renown, pretty nice, and indeed we have a lot of prisoners, but I don't really care about the prisoners right now. We're not really going to be taking those too much. We'll get the Nord Shield Biters level up. So let's get a couple of archers, shall we? Let's get a couple of archers. I think that sounds like a good idea. And we can now, I think we'll probably donate. I think we're going to just donate the experience. I think that probably sounds like a much better idea nowadays. Okay, so we do have 2 ships, as you can see right here. We can have these 2 ships. I think I probably just want to take them, don't I? Whoa, one-shotted 2 ships by ramming. That's nice. I wish I could do that. Instead, I can just kill my own companions with ramming. Yes, that sounds like... that is so great. That is so funny. Dearie me. Okay, yeah. So, we did level up twice, which doesn't really matter, actually, to us right now. But that's pretty nice, nevertheless. If I didn't have such an advanced character, obviously it would be pretty nice for us to actually gain those focus points, but as it stands. Not so much right now. Okay, so the question is, I think I should probably go back to... we could go to Omor, I guess? Yeah, Omor, I think, is closer. Yeah. Let's go back to... Well, not back, but let's go over to Omor here. What would you rate the DLC out of 10? Ooh, that's a difficult question. That is a very, very difficult question. For me personally, the naval combat is just such pure fun. I would have to give that a 10 out of 10 straight away, just because the naval combat... It's I don't know. I really like the naval combat. Okay, look, here's the funny thing. You can literally find a video on my channel right now. You can find a video on my channel right now where I talk about my thoughts on war sales. And this is like a long time ago, right? This was like months and months ago. And I say, I'm not really looking forward to the naval combat. I literally say that in that video. I'm not looking forward to the naval combat because I thought to myself, I don't really care about that. But the funny thing is, I have completely 180'd on that. I have literally turned around and I'm now surprising myself every time I go into a naval combat situation, and I enjoy myself more than anything else. It's actually, it's staggering, to be honest, because I never would have expected that in a million years. Like I said, you know, I was very much looking forward to the stealth, and I was looking forward to a little bit more story and stuff like that, but I did not really look forward to the naval combat. But I have completely changed my mind on that. It just goes to show, you know, it just goes to show you have no idea what's going to happen until you actually get into a particular situation. So it really makes a big difference. Really, really does make a big difference. Okay, so otherwise we are just going to repair everything, even though, I mean, I'm going to get bosun skill for this, so I guess that kind of makes sense, right? Look at that. Nice amount right there. And we're obviously just going to sell all of that. And indeed, we should actually start our own kingdom. We should start our own kingdom very, very much. And thank you very much for the reminder right there. Thank you for the reminder, because I completely forgot to do that. I was just literally preoccupied with doing everything else. I'm just trying to do everything else that I can here. Ooh, wait a minute. What's going on here? Why are the prices are different? The prices are different because these guys have different upgrades. I see. Okay, yeah, let's actually just sell that. 17,000. It is an exceedingly fun and very satisfying thing as well that the ships sell for such good amounts. I don't think that they sell for anything too dramatic. I feel like they are balanced just right. And, you know, you don't feel like you're... I don't know, you don't feel like you're really struggling. Like, when you can defeat some Sea Raiders, you immediately get great amounts of cash. And then you can upgrade your ship, or you can buy a new ship in, you know, a couple of battles and things like that. Obviously, you do have to win against them, which is, you know, the challenge. But, you know, I like that a great deal. I think that's fun. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we are going to go and start our own kingdom. That's what we're going to do now, because I did forget to do that. And generally, we're also going to recruit some people from our town, because we do need to do that too. And, well, actually, I should probably go and recruit some noble recruits, because they're the ones that are actually going to be doing the heavy lifting most of the time. Let's get some Imperial infantrymen from these looters. Okay, yeah, sure, okay. I don't usually do that, but why not? We have veterans respect, so we might as well make good use of it. Okay, so what do you think the max number of troops in a naval battle is? Oh, crazy! No, there's going to be. I don't think there are. I don't think there is a limit. I think the only limit is your battle size. Isn't that true? I think the battle size that you have set yourself, that's the limit that you're going to see in the battle. So you could potentially have 200, 300, 400. You know, even more. Technically you could have unlimited, dependent on your computer, I guess, dependent on that, but I would probably not recommend a huge amount, because it is going to be quite demanding potentially. But yeah, I don't know. Let me just see here. I have missed questions. Which playthrough is this? No, it isn't the sandbox or the story. No, this is just an advanced save that I decided to do just for the stream, because I wanted to show some really nice amalgamation, an amalgamation of gameplay from a wide variety of different things, so that you can see exactly what's going on with the DLC. So you can see every single thing. I don't think I... Oh yeah, I haven't done a stealth... I haven't done a stealth mission, but I'm not sure if anyone cares about that. I don't know if anyone cares about that, even though I really, really enjoy that. I actually really like the stealth gameplay, but I'm not sure if anyone else cares about that much. Okay, so we did actually get to 75 bosun skills, so let's actually see what we can take here, because this is the first time I've ever gotten to 75, so this is very cool too, because look at this. It reduces our ship's received damage by 19%. I mean, if you think about that, we're at 76 right now. The maximum is 275. Whoa. Wait a minute. Are you seeing what this is? Shipboard ballistas fire during sieges. Wow. Okay. I need this. I need this right now. I need this right now. Thank you. That's gonna take me a while to get there, but yeah, that's gonna be super, super fun. Okay, so let's have a look. Minus 30% to weight of pack animals and livestock when in the ship's cargo. That could be very, very good, actually. This is actually gonna be much better. Yes, this is perfect. This is very nice. Look at this. Minus 30% to weight of mounts when in the ship's cargo. That is really, really good in my opinion. That is exactly what we need, because obviously if you take horses onto your ships, you're basically taking dead weight, because they're not going to be that useful, or shall we say they're going to be useless when they're on the ocean waves. But you do need horses when you're running around elsewhere. You know, they're going to be very, very useful otherwise. Okay, so let's just start our own kingdom while, before I forget about doing it again. Yeah, that's just classic, isn't it? Oh yeah, someone said, how do I have such high attributes at level 12? That's because I've done things. I've done things to get this character ready for ready for playing. Yes, it's not legitimate. Okay, it's not legitimate in any way. But yes, I just wanted to show you as much as I could, and I didn't want to show you the early game. You see, I didn't want to show you the early game of me just, fighting bandits and stuff like that. I wanted to get right into the meat of the DLC, which obviously is mostly the naval combat. As I say, I really, really enjoy the naval combat a great deal. Anyway, let's put some cash in there. There we go. Okay, so what we need to do is I need to put a governor. So I'm gonna just put Kuruntai, and I need to speak to him in just a second. So let's go and speak to him. There we go, and it is time to proclaim a new kingdom. The language and laws of the Nords, yes. I'll name it. Oh dear. Okay, give me names, please. Give me names. I'm doing a stream, so I am right here, and I need suggestions. So by all means, let me know. And there's a bit of a delay on the stream, so it might take a bit of time for people to say things if you're actually wanting to suggest something. Yeah, the stealth is cool, but it takes long and you don't get any loot out of hideouts now. Yeah, that is a little bit of a shame, actually. I feel like you should probably still get loot from the hideouts, but you do get a huge amount of roguery skill in comparison. So I do actually really, really like the fact that you do get roguery skill from it, because I seem to recall in an early version of the SAILS patch that I was playing the beta of. Everyone could play the beta, by the way. You just had to opt in to it. But for me personally, I found that you couldn't get roguery skill at that point, but now you can. And I think that is just so good. Being able to level up roguery skill so incredibly fast, I really find that great. I like that a great deal. Oh my, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to take brioche of the bread. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to take brioche of the bread. That's too funny. That's too funny. I thank you very much, everyone, for throwing your suggestions out there. But brioche of the bread is just too funny. May brioche of the bread forever be victorious. I mean, come on, how hilarious! That is too funny. That is just too funny. Okay, let's do it. Declare the creation of a new realm. Oh, come on. That's too good. That's too good. Okay, so they are now declaring war against us as you... Well, we are actually declaring war against them, shall we say. And I need to take Kuruntai back, because otherwise he's going to stay in here and we need him to actually perform his duties being our steward, being our quartermaster. Okay, so now let me actually just take a quick look here, because I need to go to... Oh no, I need to go all the way over there, don't I? Yeah, I know. I could get some... Yeah, no. Wow, there's a lot of looters here. Yeah, no. I could get some noble units over here. The only problem with going and getting noble units is the travel time. I don't have any horses, as you can tell. I have very, very few horses. So it is making it very, very hard for me to get over there. That's also the increased challenge with the DLC now as well. You are going to need to balance your speed in land and on sea. And apples from heaven. As you enter the village, some of your men tell you that they found a group of what look like wild apple trees in full bloom by a stream. They'd fetch a fine price in the village market. It doesn't look like anyone owns the land, but you know that once they've discovered, a half-dozen claimants will press title. And I didn't read that correctly. But yes, that's great. But you know that once they're discovered, yes, you get it. You know what they say. All right, so we're gonna tell your men to help themselves. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, increase reputation for being generous. That's good, and also increase morale. We have 80 morale at the moment, so 5 morale. I think that's pretty decent. You know, that's fine, and we can indeed recruit these guys. Nord war proven. This is also the reason why you really do want to try to get your relations up with notables. So notables as in, you know, these guys, right? You want to get your relations up with these guys so that you can actually recruit tier 4s and above. Oh, well, maybe. I don't know whether you can actually get tier 5s. So don't quote me on that. But yeah, tier 4s, very, very nice. You can also do tasks for these guys too. But generally, I personally prefer just getting loyalty with the towns and things like that and making everyone super prosperous in and around the area. That always makes a big difference in my opinion. Oh, they might change the loot. Oh, they might actually add loot back to hideouts. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, that would be wonderful if they do. It's called a helmsman. It lets you freely walk around the deck and command your ship like you do with the other ships. Oh, okay, that's fun. Ah, that's cool. Yeah. Because at the moment, I don't think you can actually do that. At the moment, you can. You have to be the one that pilots it. Unless you die, of course, unless you die, and then you know, people will be doing it for you. Ah, Vasinia. Vasinia would actually be a really, really good medical companion, but I don't need her. Technically, does she have steward skill? No, she has trade. There was actually a companion that I encountered earlier, which would have been fantastic as a governor, and he was like an engineering steward guy, and I should have gotten him. I should have gotten him, but I was like, oh, I'm the engineer. I don't need anyone. Yes, I don't need any additional companions. Yeah, that kind of thing. But yeah, unfortunate for me, right? Anyway, okay, so we have now declared war against them. Yes, them, as in the Nords. And we could potentially attack them even further here. The question is, ooh, there is a Drakkar. We might want to go for the Drakkar and then just get rid of the other 2 ships that we have. That may be the play, because then we have 2 ships, 2 warships basically. That would be pretty fun. What do you think? I think that would be pretty fun. Ooh, wait a minute. Wow, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of ships available here. Okay, you know what? Let's go for the Kraken. Let's go for the Kraken. It's going to be 81,000. That's pretty significant. You know, that's a pretty significant amount. And we are going to sell these guys. Let's sell this one, sell that one. And we are now a little bit lower than our cargo capacity, but I think that's all right. I can just get rid of a little bit of food, and then we'll be fine because we still have 29 days. 29 days is okay, I guess. Oh, really? Oh, wait. Oh, I should do that. Yes. Setting up, what is it? Setting up caravans requires more gold in a city with a port because you have to buy your traders a ship. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Oh, new knowledge unlocked. Oh, that sounds fun. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be looking into that for sure. Okay, let's actually do this. That's gonna increase the cargo capacity a little bit more. There we go, storm cover. Let's go for that. I want... Oh yeah, look, we can actually get ashlight ores here. We can get ashlight ores here. Okay, that's fantastic. That we should probably do that with the other... Wait a minute, where is this? Is this not available here? Am I... No, no, it's not available here, or no, apparently not. I don't actually see it. I guess maybe it's just not. Anyway, doesn't really matter. We are going to select this. There we go. Yeah, that one is fine. This one is good. Yes, more travel speed. That sounds great. We can't do the figurehead or anything like that. Because we only got one of them. Oh, I see. We only unlocked one of them, I think. Or maybe we can't actually put it on this one. Maybe this is a ship that doesn't have that functionality or something. Okay, that's fine. That's all good. And we will now move on. And now I feel like we're going to move really fast now. Is that just me? Because we got two ships only. Yeah, I don't know. It feels pretty fast. It feels pretty quick. But now we have 187 troops, which is significant. We might even be able to launch a couple of coastal raids. That might be pretty cool. I don't know. That might be pretty cool potentially. Yeah. The big ship does not have oars. Okay, yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised because it does have oars in the battle. That's the reason why I'm like, oh, confused a little bit. Anyway, let's see if we can maybe... I'm hopeful that maybe what we'll be able to do is encounter an extremely large Nordic party. And I'm hoping that they're going to be coming across with an army, maybe where they have significant amounts of ships. Oh, hello. No, oh, look at this. We have a person that's trying to copy our name. How dare you? Okay, I am going to murder him just for that. Let's do it. He's going to troll me now, isn't he? Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, he's going to be spared now. He's going to be spared because he didn't troll me by going into the town at the last second. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. You can only have one type of figurehead on a ship, so you can have the Raven one on one ship and the Ox on another. Okay, yeah, that's very cool. That's very, very cool. I just didn't know whether we could have that on the Drakkar or... it doesn't look... maybe it does look like you can. I don't know whether you can. It just depends. I guess maybe you can. As I say, I haven't really explored a huge amount of the figurehead stuff just yet, but I'm very much looking forward to unlocking the others. Okay, here we go. The wind is not in our favor here, unfortunately. So we're going to have a bit of a problem. Yes, indeed. That is indeed the case. Noble villages. Noble villages are always tied to castles. And if you see, bound settlement and then the castle at the village, that's usually what denotes it. And you are going to see some regular troops, but the majority will more than likely be noble troops that you're going to be able to get. And for me personally, I do prefer that. I do prefer going for noble troops whenever I can. If you have the cash, obviously, if you have the cash, then it is fundamentally much better to go for noble troops than it is regular, but it obviously depends on what kind of composition you want to go for, because sometimes noble troops are not what you want. And indeed, shall we try to shoot someone? Let's do it. No, I'm experiencing physical pain. Physical pain from that miss. Okay, yeah, no, we're fine though, we're fine. If we can literally just turn around now and maybe continue... Ooh, we might be able to actually continue shooting them. We might be able to continue shooting them. Okay, no, just cover your eyes. Cover your eyes. That didn't happen. All right, that didn't happen. That's not actually a real thing. That was an illusion. All right, that was an illusion. And my Drakkar is obviously getting stuck in there dramatically. Whoa, they are getting so stuck in. They are absolutely murdering. The addition of these new perks making a huge difference, actually. Nice damage. 950. See, that's what I'm talking about. 950 damage every single time. That is amazing. And I'm ramming my own ship once again. Yeah, that's a thing that I do now, isn't it? Nice. Okay, wait. I just hit one guy. Okay. I just hit one guy. That's perfect. That's wonderful. Isn't that great? Yeah, well, never mind. They don't really know. You know, that's fine. They're not really. Are these mine? No. Okay, there we go. Now we can actually kill these guys. Oh no, the cleaving axe, so good. This is definitely my character. Okay, yeah. So these guys are obviously going to be having a grand old time over there, and indeed, I believe that is a massive victory on our side here. And I think, you know what? Actually, is Nord Axe Warrior, are you actually using the ballista? Are you actually using it properly? I don't know, because I'm certainly not someone to talk about that, am I? No, not in a million years. Okay, wait, what's actually going on here? Oh, we won. We won. I was like, okay, I'm gonna board them. I'm gonna board them through there. And then it was too late. Yes, then it was too late. There you go. Okay, we did get some more Sea Raiders and everything, so that's obviously wonderful. And yeah, we can convert some more prisoners and things like that, and then we will be able to recruit, well, upgrade a bunch, and we will be ready for the next battle, as they say in Tekken. Yes. Okay. So otherwise, there it is. We can now take some loot. Wonderful. And we can also, of course, take the ships, and I am going to be taking the ships here because we've got so much loot. We've got so much loot here. Yeah, exactly. I think that is indeed the problem. I'm flicking too hard. No one could ever think that, right? No one could ever think that. That is just hilarious. But yes, there you go. That is. I gotta say, I'm having a whale of a time with the naval combat specifically. I do very much enjoy the stealth as well, and generally I feel like that is, I don't know, I feel like it's just very, very enjoyable, very satisfying. The gameplay is very satisfying. To a certain degree, there are going to be times when you're not doing very well, like for example you're missing, but that's just a skill issue. That's just a skill issue. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and thank you very much for joining me for the stream. And who knows, I actually would love to do more. I would love to do more streams, so maybe we can actually get a stream only series going at some point. And yeah, maybe let me know in videos if you want to see that. I don't know, in some video comment sections or something like that. Otherwise, I thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.